Okay, so I'm pretty sure that it did work. So anyways, earlier on today, I was thinking of, actually no, it was today, it was last night, and I was sitting in the theater auditorium at Westchester Commons to watch the movie Predators, and I was curling up my drink straw wrapper, and so I started thinking about it, and so I'm going to use this sheaf of toilet paper to illustrate what I was talking about. So I'm going to twist it up into about the size of a straw wrapper. Now I was sitting there thinking about actually like the theory of everything and like 10th dimensions and so forth. And one common theory now is string theory, and that is that the reverberations of a string are causing electrons to move or like things to happen that results in our life. And so the only way for like string theory to really work is if you account for 11 dimensions. Now we all know that the first dimension is just singularity, 1 point. And so the second dimension is length. And that's the distance from 1 point to another, just a straight line. And then the third dimension adds height. And then the fourth dimension, when you think about it, it kind of like bends everything up and it adds time because it takes time to traverse from one way to another. Now, a lot of people will say that a Mobius strip, which is just a curl of paper with a turn in it that actually has no ending and no beginning, is the way to go because it's mathematically zero. But so, anyways, I was thinking about the time space, and I was twisting up my straw wrapper, and so I started to think that what if our lives are just a singularity point in time, just like 1 point, and what's behind us is being compressed into an ever denser gravitational field, I guess. And so, what if these superstrings that exist in the three dimensions that we, well, 4 dimensions that we exist in, are flowing around, but are being curled in at the same time into a one singular point? So if we can imagine, let's take another sheet of toilet paper. Alright, so here's another like super string that exists, however it does. So if we can imagine a bunch of these vibrating enough within a dimension of space-time and that are all curling and turning at the same time into a more dense and compact sphere of area, then eventually we get to 1 point. And I'm thinking that that's the way that our lives work, is that we are like the vortex of our own personal dimensional space and time. So much like how these strands of toilet paper are representing the superstrings that create all of the existence around us, it's our being, or just our plain existence, that's pulling all of the superstrings in at the same time on their various uh, frequencies or whatever, all at the same time into that one super point. And eventually, when we run out of string, we run out of life. So that's what I was thinking about. Let me know what you think. Peace. Oh, knowledge bomb, sucker!